Hello everybody and welcome back. Well, this game was intended for my solo hammer channel as the orcs were already there from our last game and I wanted to try out the cool Defiler datafax from the Warhammer 40k 2nd edition Facebook group. But then I didn't have enough time and we agreed on it being played for our main channel. Now Alex is ill, so it's back to solo hammer. Let's start with the first of our two armies today. 1000 points of orcs, an army you know very well. It hasn't changed much, although many minis have been painted by Josh, by Patrick and by myself. Okay, first of all we've got a Goth Warboss with Mega Armor, Displacer Field, Spike Arm and Combat Rugs. Comes at 153 points with his Chainsword and Power Fist. We've got one Gretchen Standard with Flag Armor, a Commando Captain with Melter Gun, Crack and Melter, I think, Grenades, Bull Pistol, Power Axe and Sword, and a Conversion Field. We've got a Mechaniac with Telescopic Legs and Heavy Armor and a Flamer. We've got a Runtard, only with Bull Pistol and Power Sword, but what's cool about Mechaniac, Runtard, Paintball and so on is that their base characteristics are 2 attacks. Okay, and with the Paint Boy I've included has got a chainsword and one assistant. It's a cool model, I like very much. And then we've got 6 Blood Axe Commandos without any additional war gear. A mob of 3 Death Skulls with heavy bolters. Let's say these one with the magazines on top of the weapons are the heavy bolters, and I've got a second mob of Death Skulls with custom combi weapons. And we've got a small bodyguard for our army commander, although he won't need it after having driven off the Ultramarines. Yeah, he feels like he's able to strangle the Emperor himself single-handedly, and he'll try to do so today. The small bodyguard is led by a Nob, and even includes 2 Scarboys along with, I think, 3 regular Goths, and we've got a meat shield of more than 20 Gretchen, and we've also got 1 Dreadnought, the one done by Patrick, and the War Buggy, another great model. Okay, and here's today's second army, 1000 points of Night Lords. It's led by a Chaos Master Sorcerer, level 3 in Power Armor with Bull Pistol, Force Sword and Sword. And he's got a Displacer Field as well. He's got Displacer Field, Digital Laces and a Force Sword. No mark of any kind. Then we've got 3 Terminators, one of them equipped with the deadly and feared Reaper autocannon, whereas the others have got twin bolt guns, and they've got a wild mixture of close combat weapons. They've got a chain axe, power fist and a power mace. Then we've got some veteran Space Marines who can infiltrate, and they've got a las cannon, an autocannon, and the leader has got a power fist as shown on the model, I think. And then we've got 3 regular Marines, they're over there, but they only have got 1 missile launcher and the other 2 guys have got MK1 plasma guns. And as these are only 10 models, I added some cultists without a leader, so just 10 regular guys with axes, swords and bolt pistols, and one of them has got a flamer, which can be seen on the model. So now we've got 20 of them, and they are joined by a defiler, a model I've owned for several years but never been able to play, but today I'd like to see it in action. Unfortunately, Chaos can only spend, okay, Space Marine Army list can only spend up to 25% on support, so I couldn't add many weapons. It's only got a battle cannon and a twin heavy bolter, let's say this one, and this is the third claw, and even so it's 250 points without ablative armor or stuff like that. Okay, let's see how it performs, it'll perform, and we'll be back after deployment. We are back after deployment, as Chaos has got a stretch rating of 3 when it comes to deployment, and 5 when it comes to see who goes first, and the Orks a deployment strategy of 3, which is doubled to 6 when it comes up to see who goes first. Both of them had to roll a die, and the Orks had 3, so Chaos only had 2, and they deployed first. The Chaos Force, I think most of them tried to get into cover because they are not that powerful as the Terminators. Here we've got our missile launcher in the regular 3-man Nightlord squad with 2 Mk1 plasma guns hiding behind a rock, whereas our Defiler and the Terminators are at the left side of the Chaos deployment zone and might even be shot. And there's a meat shield of 10 Chaos cultists in the middle, the sorcerer right next to them, and as you can see, they rolled higher when it came to deployment, so the veterans who can use infiltration and dispersed formation with their autocannon and less cannon got into the old Imperial Bastion at the utmost end. Today I tried to deploy within the regular 2nd edition rule based deployment zone with 8 to the left and right side where troops cannot deploy. Okay, and here's the data facts, because the bunker might be destroyed. And as you can also see, my Psyker doesn't have a mark, so our Nightlord Space Marine Psyker has it's got Iron Arm, Smite and Teleportation. The 2 I rolled for deployment, they've got Dawn Raid, and the strategy card they drew is Bombing Run. This might be not that bad if it comes to fighting against the Orks. Okay, the Orks on their hand tried a kind of risky strategy because they don't know about the enemy's mission. So all of them deployed close to their objective because they've got to take and hold. Their strategy card is Sabotage, and I think they tried to put some pressure onto the Chaos Space Marines because all of their vehicles, all of their mighty machines have been set up close to the mission objective behind a screen of Gretchen. So technically the enemy won't be able to harm the heavy weapons behind. We've got here the custom combi weapons, we've got the heavy bolters. Here's our army commander with his small bodyguard of Goths, the remaining ones after the battle against the Ultramarines probably. And then another thing I think we have to mention is that because the Chaos player won the rolls for infiltrating, there's a small force of Blood Axe, but it's including the Blood Axe commando captain inside within 2 inches of the forest, and this one might prove vital because the Blood Axe commando captain has got a melter gun and might even harm some of the Terminators, or maybe even seek close combat with this abomination. Okay, so that's deployment, and now let's roll to see who goes first. We've got a stretcher rating of 3 to 6 for the Orks, who roll 4, so we've got 10, and we've got 3 to 5 for the Chaos Space Marines, the Night Lords. Okay, the Orks go first, and we'll be back after their first movement. What a great view! As you can see, the Orks have really advanced towards the objective. I think they tried to take the objective and fulfill their mission by the end of turn 1. Only 3 units, the Blood Axe over there, as well as the 2 mobs of Death Skulls went on Overwatch, whereas all of the others, complete Ork army advanced behind the green. There's really a screen of green moving towards the Chaos Forces, and even my army commander, his bodyguard, all of the characters. Let's turn this one around. Looks strange. Yeah, moved towards the objective, as well as our war buggy over there and the dreadnought. So only these units could have fired, but they chose to go on Overwatch instead, and no other things can be done in this turn except for our magic phase. The Orks don't have a Psyker, but let's see. One Psyker, 6 cards. First for the Orks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Orks have got, no, that's okay. And Chaos has got, okay. So the Orks won't do anything, which leaves the other army with 3 cards. And I think Chaos would like to spend 2 force cards on Iron Arm. Resulting in extra save and so on. Okay, let's try it. As I don't have a Psyker, I can only use 1 nullify. I think I can only nullify on 5 or 6. Let's just roll. Yep, I did it. So these cards are gone. And the Chaos Psyker, I think, would like to store 1 card because he could only do teleportation, which would carry him right into the enemy's sights. So let's store this force card. Iron Arm didn't work, and the Ork player can remove these. So, and that's the end of the first turn of the Orks. And we are back after the first movement of the Night Lord's 1000 point Chaos Force. As you can see, they boldly advanced towards the enemy's deployment zone, which is their target. Okay, or their objective. The orcs can't know about this, and they just moved in order to be able to shoot. They moved around, being unsure if their deployment was okay. They ran towards the enemy, and he moved a little over there in order to be closer towards the enemy's obvious objective. And I think they might poke their heads from behind the walls in order to do some shooting, but this might, because the orcs have got a strategy card, provoke some fire. Okay, so these two would like to shoot at the orc vehicles. I think the closest vehicle next to him is the war buggy, whereas he's only got the autocannon guy, the dreadnought, within his 90-degree arc of fire. But we've got some orc weaponry lurking for them, so we've got at least 2 heavy bolters firing at them, together with 3 custom shooters. So let's see who survives the onslaught of the orcs. Okay, 2 heavy bolters. Political 3, 4 heavy. Let's say on 6s. None of them. And now we've got our three custom shooters. Strength 4. At 50 inches, that's enough for the first one. The second one. Strength 2, no, we can forget about this one. Strength 2 at 60, okay. 1 strength 2 on the Chaos Space Marines on 6 strength toughness. No, wrong dice. No. And 1 4 versus, yep. This one is done, but it's only -1, I think. So Chaos Power Armor, yep. Ooh, okay. So, first of them can shoot, and we've got our less cannon targeting because of moving more than 10 inches. Our buggy on a 3. Here we hit. Let's see where we hit. 4, the war buggy. That's bad, because the war buggy only has got an armor value of 10 from the front, and the less cannon has got 3d6 plus 9, I think. So it's an auto pass. Let's see what happens. 3, and 3 says a wheel is blown off, the buggy moves out of control the next turn and then comes to permanent halt for the rest of the battle. Oh, okay. So that's bad. And then we've got our autocannon on a 2, because the dreadnought didn't move more than 10 inches. Yeah, it's another hit. The autocannon has got a soft and fire dice. One hit. Let's see where it lands. And this one is 3. It's the right arm. Okay. Our autocannon has got 2d6 plus 8. That's not a lot. d6 is 5 plus 8, nearly nothing. 13, yeah, and that's not enough for our arm. So their shots have been wasted, and I think from his perspective. No, yeah, he's got a power fist, but none of the regular guys can be seen. So that's shooting for them. And the others have run, they've advanced. So only our cool defiler model and maybe the Terminators can do some shooting. Okay, this one would like to start with his battle cannon, and he's got a ballistic skill of 5, and I think he has to target the Gretchen. So let's see. Let's target the first Gretchen in its path over there. 5, that's enough. And I think the battle cannon is 3. No, it's only 2. Okay, we've 1 Gretchen and 3 halves because of the 2 inches squad currency, strength toughness for the one in the middle of the blast. Ha! It survives. And 3 on force, 1 of them strength toughness 2+. Yeah, so 1 is down. And then we've got on 2+ the heavy bolter. Yep, 2 sustained fire dice of our defiler. 3 hits, 3 Gretchens, strength toughness 2+, all of them. 3 are down. 1, 2, 3, but this is probably not enough to force them into a break test. And I've already checked the much appreciated Reaper autocannon doesn't have any enemies in its sights, so maybe the Orks deployment paid out so far because they put all of the troops close to the objective, ignoring some of the enemies who have to walk for turns before being able to shoot at them or fight them in close combat. Okay, but we forgot something because the Orks have got a cool strategy card, Sabotage, and this means that one of their squads is, because that's really cool, because of infiltrating enemy units, this Orks aren't that clever. Maybe some Gretchen have been involved in stealing the ammo of our Night Lords. So they have to roll a 4+ in order to have enough ammo to continue firing from now on. And now we've only got our psychic phase left. 1 psycho, 1d6. 4 cards, first of them being dealt to the force whose turn it is. 2 force cards and force and nullify. So I think he's already stored 1 force card in his force sword. I might use teleportation, but the Orks are next. I might use smite, but let's save it. Maybe let's try Iron Arm. Okay, let's try Iron Arm again. 2 cards, and the Orks can only use the nullify if they roll a 5 or 6. No. So we got Iron Arm, and we can remove these cards. And that's the end of Chaos first turn. Okay, we are back after the movement phase and some shooting, but most orcs weren't able to shoot because they either remained on Overwatch or used their full movement in order to get closer towards the objective. Okay, and this one was kind of disappointment because the Dreadnought is armed with a heavy flamer, which is out of range, heavy bolter and less cannon, which didn't hit because of its bad ballistic skill of 4. So it'll hit on 3 if targets are inside cover, only on 5s. And they messed up the distance rolls because 2 of them only rolled once, which is 10-inch range. And the other one was only a strength 4 hit, but one of them was great, one of the heavy bolters, and killed the less cannon guy. So the Chaos Space Marines have to take a break test, but I think it's on 9. Yeah, so they passed it. And the only thing left able to shoot is our war buggy. So I think the rider will use his bow pistol +2 to hit. Yeah, that's enough. On the first one, strength toughness. Yep, that's enough. This one is down. And then we've got the plasma gun onto him. Maximum power because I'm going to explode anyway. Yep. And 1.5, it's probably only him. But it strengths a lot against... No, that's not enough. And then we've got this. Okay. So 1 is dead. Not enough for a break test. And I think that's the end of my second movement phase. Only 1 cultist downed and 1 veteran Space Marine. There's the psychic phase left. Let's see. 2 is great. 1 for me. Yep. And 1 for my enemy. At least at the moment. He's got Iron Arm. He gains an additional. And I think this time he'd like to use his force card on teleportation. And the librarian reappears up to 46 inch away. So let's roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh, 18 inches away, that's a lot. And this means that maybe I'm within range of the enemy. Not yet, no. Let's be bold. Let's try to kill the Orks army commander. Whoa. Let's see if I'm allowed to do so. Teleportation can be used to carry the librarian into hand-to-hand combat, in which case he fights as normal in the next round and counts as charging in the first round. That's great. Okay. So that's the end of the Orks psychic phase. Okay, we are back after the second movement phase of the Night Lords, and as you can see, most of them moved much closer towards the enemy, even them, although some of them might be lacking targets. Okay, let's do some shooting from right to left, and here we've got a problem. I can only shoot, or I mustn't shoot if I roll a 4+. So for his bolt pistol or bolt gun, he can shoot onto 1 Gretchen, 1 or 2, yeah, strength toughness, Yep, Gretchen down. And the autocannon, I think it's onto the dreadnought. Hit. The amount of shots. 3, that's great. And let's see where they hit. The autocannon shots 2, 3, and 4. And the dreadnought has got left arm, right arm, and body. 16, 16, and 20. So 2d6 plus 8. Let's do left arm first. That's enough. Left arm penetrated. Right arm penetrated. And body. No, that's not enough. Let's look it up. He's got ablative armor, so the first shot dealt. The left arm won't harm him, but the right arm is penetrated. Let's see what happens. 5. The arm is torn from the dreadnought's body. Any weapons mounted on the arm are destroyed, and the dreadnought's attack's characteristic is reduced by 1 point. As it's, I think, the left arm, it's only a claw. So, and now we've got the close combat over there. The Chaos Sorcerer against the Orc Army Commander. Later on, they ran out of cover because it was futile to place them behind the rock. And at least this one has got a Gretchen in his side. No, but not if you roll a 1. This one doesn't have any enemy models to shoot. Okay, so I think we've only got him. Battle cannon onto. This will be interesting. I think we can ignore the Gretchen behind cover. I think we can target the bodyguard of the enemy army commander. Battle cannon on a 2+. No, but this will scatter. Okay, this was the Goth targeted. 6 over there. That's really interesting. Okay. So we've got our blast walker over there. Six over there. That's probably no. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say not your army commander, the Chaos army commander, and all of them will be harmed. The Gretchen Standard Bearer is dead. The Goth is dead. Next Goth is dead. Painbow is dead. And my army commander in close combat. Strength toughness is past 8 versus somewhat, but he's got a 3+ displacer. Yeah. So he's displaced. And that's bad for you, for my enemy, because, yeah. There won't be a close combat. Yeah. And now the enemy army commander is within my units and can be recharged in my next turn. So, but our mighty engine of destruction, the Defiler, has got a heavy bolter left, hitting on a, yeah, that's enough. And then we've got 2 sustained fire dice into the bodyguard of the Orc army commander, 1 sham and 1 shot. Strength toughness 5 versus, that's not enough. Okay, so I think there's nearly nothing left being able to shoot, except for I've already placed it there last turn because I thought about using it, bombing run. Okay, so let's have a nice evening. First template. Let's try it over there. Okay, now roll to see if it scatters over there 2 inches. And now let's see what happens. 11. Yeah, 11 might prove useful. It's over there. And the next one is 10. 10, yeah, nearly. One might be touched even. Yeah. And the other one. Roll a 3. And yeah. Okay. So strength toughness 2+ for this one. No. Oh. Okay, to be honest, this one, bombing run, is like orbital bombardment rubbish compared to strafing run, because most of the time you either fail to hit any models or they survive. Okay, so the only thing which is left to do or to be done is to roll for magic. 5. It's Chaos turn, so the first card is for them. Reflection and nullifying force. So I think because of the horde around him, it would be quite sensible to get out of harm's way and teleport back. I'll use Chaos Sorcerer will use 1 force card and will be allowed to teleport 10, 14 inches back. So that's him over there, maybe. And then the orc player can't do anything at all. And I think I might use, no, I'll store the force card and give away the other cards, and that's the end of Chaos' second turn. Nearly forgot the close combats over there, so he charged into these 2. Let's do this one first. The cultist. 6 and 5, weapon skill, 2 charging, so it's 9, and the Gretchen, no, it's even a 3rd dice. So, 9, and the Gretchen has got 2, giving the cultist 10, he's frenzied, doubles his attacks. 10 versus 7, I think. Okay, 3 times bull pistol against the Gretchen. Yeah, the Gretchen is dead because it's strength 4 versus toughness somewhat. Gretchen is down. And then we've got this Gretchen against him. He is going to have 2 dice for frenzied doubled attacks, plus 1 for the additional close combat weapon. It's 7 charging 8. And the Gretchen has got 2 plus 3 is 5, 7, 8 for the fumbles. So it's 8 versus 8, and I think both of them have got the same initiative. The Gretchen have got 3, whereas, let's look it up just to be sure, the cultists have got an initiative of 3 as well. Okay, so it's a draw, and then we've got the Gretchen, which is the second attacker for him as well as for him. Okay, against him. It's 7, and plus 1 for second attacker is 8, and he's got 9 for the Gretchen, and he's only got 4, 5. So several hits with the auto pistol. 2 against toughness of 3 is not enough, and 1 left. No. Okay, he remains, but he's still to fight against him. Now the Gretchen has only got 2 dice. 4. And he's the second attacker. He's got 3 dice at least, probably even 4. Okay, no one. 6, 8, 9 bolt pistols. Yeah, that's enough. So, Gretchen down. But all these downed Gretchen aren't enough to force them into a break test. And that's definitely the end of the second Chaos turn. Okay. We're back after the movement, the third movement of the Orks. And as you can see, from these 2 dice, the blood eggs inside the forest passed their terror test, and whereas the regular ones, remained inside, my blood eggs commando captain shouted, "Let me show you how it's done, boys," and charged forward, forgetting that he doesn't have a power fist, only meta bombs. This will be a really interesting close combat later on. And all of them, I think most of the Gretchen charged one of the cultists over there as well. The war buggies, heavy plasma gun should have charged, or should be charged by now, and be able to fire onto them. The dreadnought dared to show its side to the waiting autocannon in order to target the enemy army commander and the squad with the MK1 plasma guns and the missile launcher. My army commander marched forwards, and these 6 should now be able, the 3 heavy bolters and the custom combi weapons, to kill the last 2 remaining veterans. Hopefully, otherwise they probably do more damage or even destroy my dreadnought. But I think we'll do the multitude of small close combats over there later on off camera. My telescopic legs mechanic just move forward with his flamer, and now the unengaged there are all, especially the flame is important, dead or should be dead in the shooting phase. But let's start from left to right, because I don't want to forget any of my models. Okay, sabotage is still in play. I'll just move it down there. There's power fist guy left and the autocannon one. So let's start with the custom weapons, targeting them. Range 50 and misfire. Misfire is bad. 10 and 30. 30 is okay. And so we've got 1 strength 10 hit. Let's say 1, 2, 3, the regular guy. The regular guy, not the autocannon. Oh, bad start. Strength toughness 2+ because of the 10. Oh man, both of them survived the 3 customs. And I have to roll for the misfire. I think on 1, 2, 3 he blows up. No, I think now he only has 2 recharge, or has got another kind of problem. Okay, now we've got 3 heavy bolters, but they only hit them on 6s because of ballistic skills 3 and hard cover. Come on, give me 6. None of them. Oh, now we've got a problem. Yeah. And we've got the less cannon and the heavy bolter. The flamer, the claw is already destroyed. It's bad for close combat if he uses his teleportation, but I think maybe he doesn't have strong enough weapons. Okay, so less cannon into the squad behind. He can ignore this one because this one is engaged in close combat. And the next, and the other one is not within his 90-degree arc of fire. So I can only target this squad and I'll roll whether he's been hit or the regular guys. On a 3, the less cannon. No. Oh, it's incredible bad marksmanship. And on a 3, my heavy bolter, yeah. 2 dice. Five hits. Okay, 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4 from left to right, and 5 and 6 is a reroll. Okay, we've got number 2, we've got number 3, we've got number 3, and we've got 2 rerolls. Number 4, and we've got a reroll. Psycho hasn't been hit yet. And okay. So, our heavy bolter. Strength toughness, 3+ on him. Yep. -2, so he's got a 5+ power armor save. No, he's down. And 3 dice, strength 5 has toughness 4. It's 3+, 2 of them, and 2 5+ armor saves. 1 is enough to kill him. And then I think this one also had 1 strength toughness on a 3. No. So 2 are down, break test on the army commander. 9 should be enough, but I'll look it up just to be sure. Regular guys only have 8, and the Chaos Master Sorcerer has 8. The Terminators would have had 9, so they haven't passed the break test. And I think they don't. What is it? And I think they don't have the shaken rule because they aren't loyal any longer. So they have to flee towards the next cover. But first, there's 1 shot left. He'll use his bolt pistol onto him. 2+, yeah, strength toughness. On a 3, yeah, 1 is down. And the heavy plasma gun into them. Maximum power 1. 1 is bad. Come on. Awful shooting. Marker on him. I reroll 2 inches, and I think it's only a 1.5 inch marker. Maximum power 1.5 inch marker. So I think he's now at the utmost edge, and only on a 4+ will be affected. No, he won't be affected. Okay, marker's over there. Psycho was lucky. Okay, and then we've got the only shooting, I think, no, there's no shooting left to be done. And I won't do these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 close combats. Only this one. This one is the most interesting because of its size. You get +1 to hit when shooting, but it's so large that you won't get any benefits from multiple attackers, no additional dice or +1. And this will be really interesting. So the Defiler seems to have, thanks to our 2nd edition Facebook group, the great community, which provides us with stuff like that. It's got a weapon skill of 5 and 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. So it's 10 and 1 for our Ork. And the Ork has got, he'll fight using Commando Captain, bolt pistol and sword, and will try to do the damage with the melter bombs. Okay, 3 attacks and a weapon skill of 5 as well, so it's quite close. But I've charged. Okay, 6 + 5 is 11, charging is 12, 1 from you is 13. And I think the Defiler only had 10. So 3 times, oh no, it's only the standard. I think it's only the standard, the base profile of attacks I'm allowed to use. So I may only target locations reasonably within my area, within my reach. So I'll do 1 onto the claw and 1 onto the leg. Here we've got our data fox. Okay. So side or rear, legs 20, arm 19. Doesn't matter if it's from the side or the front or the rear, only in case of the body. Okay, and the armor penetration of my melter bomb is d6 plus d20 plus 8. d6 plus d20 plus 8. I don't think I'll get any other additional stuff because they have been designed to be used against vehicles. If I had a power fist, I would probably have got another d20 because of the strength 10 of my power fist. Okay, we need 19, the claw or the arm. And I may add 1 plus 6 plus 8, rubbish. Okay, and the second one against the leg, hoping for 19 ones. Come on, this can't be. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus. It's absolute rubbish. Never rolled that bad before, and now I think he's dead in the next turn. Not able to harm him, and the Defiler hasn't even needed ablative or reinforced armor performed. Well, up to now, battle cannon shot onto the, I think, army commander mob, and also used his heavy bolter. But there's still some turns left, at least 2. Okay, so I'll be back after these. No, there's one shooting. The one I was really looking for. Yeah, our telescopic leg guy will try and use his flamer. Come on, our main target is over there. Yep, all of them. 3 times strength 4 versus toughness 3. The flamer guy 3 plus. No, the regular guys 3 plus. Both of them are down, and as they've got frenzy, they won't have to take a break test, I think, but I'm not sure yet. And let's see 4 plus if it burns. No. So this was bad. I hope some of them can do a follow-up move, but I think they're too far away, more than 2 inches. And I'll be back after having done the close combats. Okay, I'm back in this miserable shooting. Okay, I'm glad I've looked it up. They do not benefit from the loyal Space Marines shaken rule, so they had to flee 2d6 towards the closest cover, and he won't be able to use psychic powers. So I think we can skip the magic phase of the Orks' 3rd turn. The psychic phase, not the magic phase. I always mix up these 2 systems. Okay, and I got this wrong. They're immune to fear, terror and stuff like that, but they can still break. So let's roll for them. I think they've got 5. And that's way too much. So I think this one, who would have gladly flamed me, also has to run away. 7, and I think 7 will take him somewhere behind there. Okay, but I'll still probably lose my unlucky dreadnought to the autocannon, as well as my blood axe commando captain, who yelled, "Let me show you how it's done," to the huge Defiler inbound. And I think the Defiler might even get some victory points. so far because he's close to the deployment zone. Okay, no psychic phase, so that's the end of the Orcs' third turn. Okay, and we're back after the third movement of the few remaining Night Lords, but at the moment the Defiler is doing well because he might even have scored 5 victory points by now, because I think the claw at his left is already inside the deployment zone of the Orcs. Okay, and then we've got them over here. They can try to rally at the end after the psychic phase, I think. So 2 psychic phases lost for our wizard, while the Terminators are chuckling inside their helmets. Yeah, we always knew he's a loser. Yeah, he's a coward. He turned so that he can use his Reaper autocannon on the unfortunate Blood Axe Commando Captain. And they'll try to use their twin bolt guns onto the Gretchen. Or maybe, no, I think the one at the right side will try to shoot the war buggy because it's still active. It's recharging its main weapon, but if this one explodes, it might kill some more enemies. So some shooting over there, some shooting over there, and the main shooting from him. I think I'll go back to the other side. The first shooting. I assume the battle cannon has got at least 90, probably 360 degrees of fire. So I try to aim onto the army commander. So everybody, even the assistant, the assistant is under the template. And ballistic skill, what is it? I think it's 5, should hit on 2+. No. No, finally they suffer from bad luck as well. Let's see where it scatters. 2 inches, so it's probably over there on him. So we've got, let's say, my army commander and these 2 fully. Okay, so we've got a mighty knob, strength toughness 2+. No, he survived. Him, strength toughness 2+, he's down. And the army commander, strength toughness, yeah, he would suffer, but he's got a displacer field. Yep, and he displaces. Let's see where he goes. 2 over there. Okay, but that's not the end of it, because the Defiler also has got a heavy bolter, and we set it to this arm, the right one. So we've got a 2+ into them. Yeah. 2 hits, let's say 1-1. Okay, 1 heavy bolter into the army commander. No. Oh, I forgot, he's got Orc mega armor as well. And 1 heavy bolter into him. Yeah, strength toughness 5 against 4 is okay. And -2, so he's probably down. Okay, another 2 casualties. So up to now, the Defiler is performing well. For his 250 points, might even secure the Chaos Army. 5, I think these are around 5 victory points. Yeah. My opponent and me have decided only to play the 4th turn and then end the game. Okay, so first shooting, and on we go. The 2 Terminators will target 2. 1 will target his Gretchen, I think on a 2 even without a targeter. Yeah, hit 2 times the bolter, strength toughness against 3. Yeah, 1 Gretchen is down, but no break test needed. The other one, the next vehicle, to hit. Yeah, he hit. Let's see where he hit. 3, it says 1, 2, 3 is the crew. Okay, 1, 2, 3 is the driver. Yeah, driver. 2 times strength toughness, 4 versus 4. Yeah, the driver is dead, but can't move anymore any longer. so I might even be able to know, because it's recharging. Yeah. Okay, and now we've got him, our scary Reaper Autocan Terminator, targeting him, probably on a 2 as well. Yep, 3. Only 2 compared to the Assault Can, but I can re-roll. No, I won't re-roll. 3 times Strength 8 versus Toughness somewhat is 2+. Okay, bad luck for them. Only 1. And he's got a conversion field. No, that's bad, because now he'll suffer. I have to look it up. Reaper Autocannon. I think it does D6. Let's just roll a D6. Yeah, 2 wounds is too much. So he's down. Okay. And then we've got our mighty assault autocannon wielding veteran marine over there trying. Yeah, I think he'll still try to kill the dreadnought. Okay, he should hit on a 2+. Yep, he hit. Let's see where he hits. 1, 1. These are the legs. And the legs from side or rear are 18. And he's got 2d6. Oh, first of all, I've got 1 dice to roll. 2 hits. I rolled both against the legs. Technically, I would have to roll once more to see where the other shot goes, but come on. Okay, legs. We need 18. No, I've got ablative armor, so... No, it's already paused. I think 1, I've already used it up. Okay, so 2d6 plus 8, that's 10 plus 8, 18. It's through the legs first, and the second one, 6, no. Okay, 1 roll on the legs, leg chart 3, and 3 it says, the leg is seriously damaged. The dreadnought may now only limp d3 inches per turn, but at least it's still mobile, so there won't be any victory points, whereas the other one is immobile and will give the full victory points for the enemy. Okay, and I think psychic phase doesn't make much sense, as I've already looked it up. Broken units mustn't use psychic powers, so all we can try is to rally them. We need 8, and we've got 8, that's enough. Okay, we can remove the broken marker, and there's the psychic phase of the Orks turn 4 and their final turn 4 left to do some damage. Okay, we are back at the end of the glorious Orks' 4th turn. Finally, in the end, the Blood Axe Commandos left the forest. I've already measured, only 3 of them are within range of the Terminators to distract them from their own objective, whereas my army commander used his combat drugs to get closer to the large machine, forgetting about his own objective. Yeah. As it's far more glorious to fight a mighty machine like that. So, it's ours, yeah, climbing over the hull of the Rhino, all of them close to the objective. He went on Overwatch, because the enemy Psyker might still use teleportation or other stuff to get closer to my objective. And so these 3, as well as they will, I think he may fire once more, will try to shoot the remaining 2 guys over there at the top, hidden in the bunker once more. Okay, let's shoot from left to right. They're 30 inches away, so I need a 3, 3 in misfire, so on 1, 2, 3, he's dead. On 4 to 6, yeah, this time he's dead. Okay, strength 10 hit by one of them, and the other one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, he's dead. These, I'm not sure if the rules are correct, but I don't have the Codex Orks at hand, so I won't look it up. He just not shoot this turn, I'd say. So we've got one hit, 1, 2, 3. The Power Fist guy, 4 to 6. The Otoken guy, Power Fist guy once more, Strength Toughness. Yeah, this time he's down. And because of Strength 10, it's minus somewhat, it's much more than the Power Armor could have given him. And now we've got our break test. I'll re-roll it. I'll leave the 3 and 3 and 4, 7. Okay. So, and now we've got 3 of them. Using the bolt pistols, I think they'll hit on 4s. Or maybe on 3s. They're a little better, but they're badly equipped. Yeah, they'll hit on 3s, the Terminators. Cup dice, we roll it. Okay, 2 hits, 2 times Strength Toughness, 4 plus, both of them. 2 Terminator saves, let's say 1 for him, 1 for him. Reaper Autocan, Terminator save, yep. And the other one, okay. But at least I've distracted them, yeah, and shown them how terrible I am, yeah. And he hasn't done a terror test, but I think because of the effects of the combat drugs, he's immune. Okay, so after all this shooting, we've only got 1 close combat to do. And let's roll weapon skill 5, the 3 dice for our Defiler first. That's rather bad. And now we've got 4 dice for the Power Fist and Chainsword of my Warboss. Power Fist, Chainsword, 4 dice, and I've got a weapon skill of 6 plus 1 probably for the Spike Arm. Okay, 1, can remove the ones. So I've got 7 for 11, charging is 12, whereas he's got 8. 4 hits with the Power Fist. And this time we'll do a lot of damage, because this time we've got D20. Yeah, it's the right one. D20 twice, I think, because I'm fighting a vehicle. D6 plus 2D20 plus 8. So, arm is 19, legs are 20. Okay, 2 on 19. 8 and 15 yards through, and the second one 5 and 18 yards through. So, and now the arms on the legs on 20, 16 plus 8, 20, yeah. And the second one 6 and 6 9, and 6 is 15 plus 8 yards through without rolling the second. So second D20. So we've got 4. 2 rolls on the leg damage table. 1 and 2, that's rubbish. The Defiler's attacks are reduced by 1 point. And the other one, the arm damage table, 2. 1 and 3. Arm is hit and partially paralyzed, range, blah, 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 and so on. And what was the other one? 3. Arm is torn from the Defiler's body, weapons mounted on the armor destroyed, attacks reduced by 1 point as he's closer to him. So we've already -2, so he's only got 1 attack left. And the heavy bolter isn't working any longer. And the other one says attacks are reduced. Okay, but he's still mobile, yeah, after having fought my army commander. Let's see if he continues into my deployment zone. He's got the battle cannon left and can move, so I think it's no victory points for me, but I'm not sure if he still counts as an undamaged vehicle. Okay, now it's time for the psychic phase, because The enemy Psyker is back. 5 dice, that's bad because 1, 2, 3, 4. He's good at magic. 2 force cards for chaos. 1 nullify for them. Okay. He'll use 1 card on teleportation, and the Orks let him have it. So now he's allowed to do movement of 10, 16, quite a lot, because now he's really close. 16 over there, but can be shotted by the less cannon and heavy bolter of my Goth. It's an Overwatch. Although, that's really difficult because technically Overwatch is done when the enemy moves. So I'll wait up to the Psykers or to the Night Lord's 4th turn and then use my Overwatch, the 2 weapons on him. Okay, and then he can, these 2 force cards left, and then he'll try Iron Arm. Okay, Iron Arm, we've already had teleportation. 1 force card used, and here the other 2. And the Orc uses his Nullify on a 5. No, so he's got Iron Arm as well. That's a lot of power for a little coward. And that's the end of the Orc's final turn. Okay, now we've got the Night Lord's final turn, and as you can see the Terminators remained, trying to obliterate Reaper in case of the Reaper autocannon, Blood Axe. He found some courage to use his MK1 plasma gun onto the utmost Blood Axe. He failed his release, so the Flamer hasn't done any damage at all, unfortunately. It would have been a nightmare for the Gretchen. And he remained in close combat as well. I think as 1 arm has been torn off, or the heavy bolters have been torn off and the claws are damaged, it definitely doesn't count as an undamaged vehicle. And so he'll try to go down gloriously. I think technically I could have brushed aside because he can't be pinned him and moved towards the Gretchen, maybe in order to force them into a terror test. But come on, let's just do the last close combat. And we've got shooting Terminators, shooting MK1 plasma gun, and he'll try his luck on the Dreadnought once more. And he's used teleportation in the psychic phase, so now I think it's time for my Dreadnought. It's emerging from cover, -1. Normally he hits on a 3+, now Lescan on a 4+. Yeah, he hits. Strength toughness 2+. Yeah. A 3+ displacer from the Psyker. No. And boy, that's a lot. Now he's got power armor left, but power armor won't help against the Les Cannon. And I think the Les Cannon does 2d6 wounds. I just roll. Let's roll the first d6. 6. Yeah, that's enough. So, wow, this was great marksmanship of my Dreadnought. So the Psyker has been shot on its way towards my objective, when trying to make up for his coward behavior. Yeah. Can still hear them chuckling inside their helmets. And now he's paid the price. Okay, shooting. Autocannon into the Dreadnought once more. Yep, a hit. How many? This time we're doing it right. Okay. 3 locations. 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. Yep. Legs 18, 4 and 5 are body, let's say 17, yeah, from the side or rear. 2d6 plus 8 legs. No, that's not enough. And only 17, 2 times 9 and 8 is 17, yeah. First one, and 9 plus 8 is 17. 2 rolls on the body table. Oh, that's a lot. Gretchen and so on. I read 5. The Gretchen controlling that dreadnought is slain. The dreadnought takes D3 in random direction, colliding with anything moving into. Okay, I think we can remove it. Some more victory points for Chaos at the end in the final turn. Let's see how the others will perform. Okay. The glorious MK1 plasma gun onto him. 2. I think this hasn't even hit him. Yeah. So now Reaper autocan into them. 1. Now they're demoralized. Okay. 2 of them into the Gretchen. Probably on 2s here. Both of them. Strength toughness. 4 versus somebody. Yeah. First Gretchen down and second Gretchen down. So I think no psychic phase, but we can try the rally once more on 5s. Oh, we have to do the mighty battle over there first. Okay. Our huge engine of war is down to 1 attack. 1 attack and a weapon skill of 5. So the Defiler has got 8 and the Ork Army Commander has got 6, 7, 13. So 5 hits with the Power Fist, and this time I think I'll hit the body or turret, or no, it's the body. 22. 5 times and 2d20, the first one. 14 and 4 is 18 plus 8, it's through. Second hit. 18 plus 8 is through. The third hit, 9, no, not yet, but I've got a second d20, yeah, now we are through. And the fourth, 17 and 5, yeah, it's through. And 4 and 3 and 8, 7, 8, 15, and the second, 15, 6, 21 is not enough, we got 22, so 4 rolls on the body damage table, and I think this time it should be sufficient for the demon machine. Yeah, 5 and 6 even. Okay, let's read 6. With a mighty crack, the demon is sucked into the warp, creating a rift in reality. Roll a d6 on 4 plus, remove the Defiler and put a vortex grenade in its place. Oh, it's really interesting. Yeah, okay, vortex grenade. And he's doing the it's gonna blow special rule. I re-roll it. Yeah, 6 is enough to get away from our vortex grenade. So, and I think that's it. No psychic phase. All we can do is to roll the final rally attempt. No, still 5 isn't much. Okay, and that's it. The end of our battle between Night Lords and Orks. Okay, and here's our brief conclusion. The Orks did well. I think I'm proud that he has been able to use his flamer for the first time, and the only problem was that he ran out of targets because the Gretchen performed so well. I think it's always a great idea to give them auto pistols and knives to close combat weapons, because the autogun won't make them marksmen anyway, but auto pistol and knife gives them 2 attack dice, and so they are even capable of fighting power armor Space Marines with only 1 attack in close combat. And the Chaos Forces really tried their best. I think I was lucky in the end because the last shot of the Overwatch shot from the Dreadnought killed the enemy Sorcerer, a level 3 Psyker. This one might otherwise have moved closer, doing follow-ups towards my objective and stolen my 5 victory points. Another model I liked to include in our conclusion was this one, because they're really tough. Weapon skill, ballistic skill 5, as they can infiltrate, get into hard cover. They are a pain in the ass, and if your enemy uses 1 or 2 of these squads with heavy weapons, it's quite difficult to deal with them unless you're elder and highly flexible and have got Vipers and stuff like that. Or maybe using psychic powers from afar to get them. And the other model included is the Defiler itself. The Defiler, used for the first time, was a kind of low budget version. Didn't even have a heavy flamer because I couldn't afford it. I think we'll see this model more often. Technically, it can be hurt in close combat by, let's say, a Supine Hawk Exarch coming down from the sky. But it's really tough on a normal battlefield, and I think it's worth its 250 in this case, or even more victory points. And sometimes I was really disappointed with the Orks marksmanship, but that's what they are well known for, and Chaos had some bad luck in the end of the game. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you like these battle reports, please also check out our main channel, Dice Hammer, on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Bye.